assist the Laurel County Sheriff's Office with the manhunt of Joseph A. Couch. We're going on 72 hours of this manhunt. We remain committed to resolving this situation as swift and safely as possible. We extend our sincerely gratitude to all the community partners, first responders, local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies such as Fish and Wildlife, Federal Forestry Service, ATF, FBI, U.S. Marshal Service, elected officials, and also churches and local organizations that has helped us to feed us, to make sure we got plenty of stuff to drink, and all the other agencies that are helping us that sometimes don't get named, like the sheriff's departments and the city police from outside of our jurisdiction here. But I want to give a big thanks to the London City Police. The London City Police has went way above and beyond. This did not happen or occur in the city limits of London, but this is their community. This is their people. And I want to thank them and their officers. They went way and above and beyond to help us answer calls out in the county, and they've done a great and remarkable job in helping in this situation. And their public affairs officer, me and him and Deputy Archado, we worked well together, passing on information. I want to thank them. I'm sure I'm leaving people out, but I want to thank everybody. I'm proud to be a Kentuckian. I'm proud to be the public affairs officer from the London State Police Post, and I hope that I'm making people feel at ease. And it's hard. It's hard when people are so at fear right now that there's probably somebody out there. But I know my fellow officers and troopers and all the other people, they're working their guts out to try to find this Mr. Couch and bring us to an end. But I just want to give another thanks. I want to thank, we've had outside agencies give us access to more aircraft. So we've got, several more helicopters in the air and technology. We got the ATF and the FBI and the Marshal Services, and we've got other entities from way off from us that are in contact with us to bring their equipment here to try and help locate Mr. Couch. So I want to thank them. I want to thank the people for being patient. I know you see all this stuff on Facebook, good or bad, but people are really behind us and supporting us. They're really supporting their neighbor. They're really looking out for each other, and we want to thank them for doing that. And we encourage them to continue to check on their neighbor, to check on the elderly person that don't have somebody regularly coming to their house. Make sure you hear from them daily. Make sure you're being vigilant when you go home, that you're checking maybe your camera, your Ring camera. You're checking your security system before you go to the house. Make sure somebody didn't cross through your yard that shouldn't be. Make sure your lights are on. Make sure your cell phones are charged. Make sure if you pick up the phone, you can contact and communicate with somebody. We would like you, if you're in that area, to maybe suspend your activities. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday about going out and hunting, like deer hunting or maybe coon hunting at night. Stay away from those areas. Don't be riding ATVs in those areas. Don't be hiking and canoeing down close to the Rock Castle River. Give us some time to see if we can locate Mr. Couch in this national forest. And it's a big forest. Y'all saw photos. I've sent you videos. This is not a small area, and this is not like going across the road and looking in the woods and finding somebody. This is the national forest. This is thousands and thousands of acres where Mr. Couch could have went. And we have no evidence at this time that Mr. Couch has left there. We have answered thousands of complaints, not only in this area, other counties, other states, and all over the state of Kentucky. If a complaint comes in, we're going to investigate it. We want those complaints to come in because we never know the smallest little tip what it's going to lead to. So please, the citizens of Kentucky and Laurel County and Rock Castle County, continue to call us and give us this information. We're going to come out and investigate it. None of it's came to tuition at this time. Nothing's came true, but the next one might. The next one might. So keep calling them in, and we're going to investigate them. And as the search, if it gets broader, it just gets broader. And if we have to take it somewhere else, and technology takes it somewhere else, we're going to investigate it. But at this time, there's nothing that we have came up with to say Mr. Couch has left those woods. There's nothing to say he's got in a car. There's so many people that's got eyes on this investigation around the world that by now we should have got a pretty good tip that he has exited the woods. We have not got that. So our main focus is to remain in those woods until we find him. And some people say, well, what if he's not alive anymore? Well, we're going to stay in the woods till we find him. And, you know, that's our job. If he's dead or alive, it's our job to try to find him. And that's what we're going to do. I want to thank you all, the media. You all have been great. I asked you once yesterday about emailing and texting and calling. Keep doing it. I will try my best to get back with you. I can't get back to all of you, but I will try to get back to you on a timely manner. Maybe it's just a little text to tell you, hey, we got a meeting here at 3 o'clock or what we're going to do. And I know you have people that come in and relieve you all that maybe not get that information, but just give them my number, and I will do my best to keep them informed of what's going on. But you all have done an excellent job. I mean, we don't want this publicity in Laurel County. We don't want this. We want you to pack up and go home to your families, and we want to go home to our families. But we couldn't do it without you all. So thank you all again for helping us with our jobs. And let me reiterate, the Kentucky State Police is here for the manhunt and the capture and apprehension of Mr. Couch. So at this time, I'll open it up for any questions for me. And if you have anything involving the criminal part of this investigation, you can ask the sheriff or anybody on this stage if you have a question for them. But this time, I'll answer any questions that you have.
Well, I know you don't know this yet, but
yes,
given what you do know, what are the odds he's dead or alive, in your opinion?
Well, my opinion doesn't count. I have 10,000 opinions, and it changes daily. You know, it was a lot hotter today. I hope he doesn't have water. I hope he doesn't have food. And I hope he's wore out, and eventually he'll walk out of them woods. That's what I hope happens, and we'll let the judicial system handle him as they seem fit, and everybody goes home safely to their families.
The note said he planned to kill himself. What do you make of that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If he is dead, do you believe that would make it easier for you guys to find him quicker than if he was alive, or how does that work?
Well, if it continues to be hot outside and he has passed away, you know, nature takes care of itself. I mean, you can see a lot of things from the air, and a lot of times buzzards start to fly. And if your body is decaying out there, that could help in this investigation. And not saying that it will happen, but that's human life. It's revolving. That stuff happens. Just like an animal that passes away in the woods.
You're not aware of the
Yes,
note?
yes, ma'am.
How is Fish and Wildlife helping y'all?
You know, there is a river down there, and it's not way up, but it is up pretty good, and they've got access to boats and stuff like that. And they've got technology too. You know, they're constantly in the woods, and they have technology that we're using, plus just boots on the ground. You know, relieving our troopers and our deputies that are, you know, if I took off walking out here and walked a mile, I'd be a little out of breath. But I took off walking here and it's straight up and straight down, and I'm falling over rocks and through, you know, briars and thickets. It's a little different kind of walk. So just having the manpower to relieve somebody, you know, they've helped tremendously, along with all the other agencies.
You're not aware of the text that he supposedly sent that said he planned to kill a lot of people, at least try, and then kill himself?
I am aware of that. That's something that the sheriff, I asked you at the beginning, the sheriff would have to explain on that stuff. I'm here for the apprehension and the manhunt, but you can't ask that question to the sheriff.
Yeah, I was just trying to see what you guys make of that, if you thought he was serious about that. what that tells you about state of mind. Can anybody address that part of it?
We are aware of that, but like I say, this is a continuing investigation, and that's been collected and handed over to the proper authorities to go through phones and stuff. And really right now, we can't elaborate a whole lot on the evidence that's been collected.
Can you tell us anything about if you've been to his home and collected anything from his computer, or if any of that gave you any kind of clue as to what his state of mind is, where he might be, or what his intentions might be?
I can tell you that we have been to the home and evidence has been collected, but I can't elaborate no further on that, sir.
Do you still believe he acted alone?
At this time, we have no reason to believe otherwise. It's still being investigated. As the investigation continues, I'm sure new leads will develop, but at this time, just him.
In terms of the tracking, have you guys been able to use dogs, and can you tell us what kind of help that's been to you, if that's provided anything that has been helpful at all?
Thank you. Yes, sir. We have used several canine dogs, not only in our agency, but outside agencies. They have came in and they have helped with this. And, you know, when it comes to a point in time,